My friend, pay attention to the anyway when you're next in a conversation. You could be missing a real chance for connection and for moving past your loneliness. What do I mean? Well, stay tuned for the next few minutes. Yuma and welcome to Connection Espresso. I'm Phil McAuliffe. I'm the loneliness guy, and this is Espresso 23. This is a mini podcast designed to give your mind, your body, and your soul a quick connection boost as you, a beautiful gay man experiencing loneliness, go about your day. Let's get to it. Hello, YouTube. Lovely to see you as always. This is a really useful episode for you to give you a change of perspective about loneliness and how you talk about it, how you sort of engage with it within yourself and outside of yourself. Really glad you're here, as always. As with each Connection Espresso, I want to first pay my respects to the elders of the Ngunnawal people, past, present, and emerging, and acknowledge them as the traditional custodians of the land upon which this episode was recorded and uploaded. I want to extend that acknowledgement to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples listening. Secondly, I want to say hi to you, the espresso drinker, be you listening on a podcast service or watching on YouTube. I want to recognize the courage you've shown in pressing play on this episode because, let's be honest, you don't go looking for content on loneliness unless you recognize that you're feeling lonely. This is a really big step, and I want to say that I see you and I recognize your courage. So, what do I mean by being aware of the anyway? Well, when you're in that kind of discussion where you're sharing with someone some details of how you're feeling or perhaps an upsetting experience that you've had, please pay attention to how you finish your share. Here's the situation. Someone has asked you how you're going, and you've shared with them some details about what's been happening and how you're feeling. This is excellent. You've opened up. You're being courageous and being vulnerable and sharing something that you may not want shared with other people, but you trust the person that you're sharing with. But then you get to the end of your story, get to the end of your share, and then there's that moment of silence. We all dread that moment of silence. We fear that the moment of silence is filled with judgment. And we can have a voice in our minds or a feeling in our body that tells us that sharing with this person may not have been such a great idea. So rather than ending your share with an awkward silence, some tears, or anything else that might be uncomfortable for you and others, you say the word anyway, with an eyebrow raise, a sigh, or perhaps a shrug of your shoulders. This happens all the time when you tell me about your loneliness experience. You share some of your story about how you've been experiencing loneliness. It's raw, it's beautiful. And then before I get a chance to respond, you say, anyway, it's not that bad. I'll be okay. I just need to power through. That anyway does one thing in that statement. You've just denied yourself the thoughts and feelings that you've just finished sharing. That anyway has closed you off from receiving advice, support, and the thing that you're looking for, connection. That anyway feeds your loneliness. So my advice to you is to pay attention when you say anyway, or someone says it in conversation with you. Rather than say anyway, please acknowledge your awesomeness and the bravery and courage it took for you to say the words and to share your thoughts and feelings. Because that bravery and courage needs to be acknowledged and celebrated, not dismissed, because that bravery and courage is what's needed to move beyond the thoughts and feelings of your loneliness experience. Isn't it interesting? All of this content comes from that little word anyway, which you probably don't even notice yourself saying or others saying around you. I listen to the words you use, to the words you don't use and how you use them or don't use them when we talk during your calls as part of the Connection Starter course. It's what I do. And I do it because the way through your loneliness is in the challenging of the things you say, you think, and do that you maybe don't even know that you're saying, thinking, and doing. And during the Connection Starter course, we build your connection plan, which is your plan to get the authentic connection and feeling of belonging that you've perhaps been searching for all these years. Now, all you need to do to get your plan and to start the course is to take the first step and engage my services. There's a link in the episode description that you simply need to tap on your screen a few times, and the rest we'll do together. Because I know what it's like to be a gay man who experiences loneliness. And I promise you that the sitting of the discomfort and awkwardness of uncertainty for a few moments beyond the anyway can bring such joy and connection afterwards. Remember, I've been where you are, and I can guide you towards the connection that you've been, the feeling of connection and belonging that you've been searching for. So let's get you your connection plan to help you move through life in a more content way. That's it for this espresso. Be sure to check out all my work and services destigmatizing gay loneliness and promoting authentic connection for gay men globally, for gay men just like you, through my website, thelonelinessguy.com. And remember, please like, comment, and share this episode so it reaches more gay men experiencing loneliness and lets them know, just as you now know, that they're not alone as a gay man feeling these feelings and thinking these thoughts of loneliness. And if this episode inspired you, made you think, or otherwise supported you, please tap the link in the show notes to buy me a coffee. Your financial contribution will go directly to growing the Loneliness Guy to help me reach more gay men. Thank you in advance for your generosity and support. Thank you for joining me for this espresso shot. Until next time, take care of yourself, Yara, and enjoy your day. Thank you, YouTube. See you later.